Well, I can take a stab at that. So our older son is very, very athletic, and there probably is not a sport that he cannot do. And we tend to be a bit athletic ourselves. Eric's not very athletic. And so he's a reader, he puts puzzles together, he does that kind of stuff.
Very mechanical.
And very mechanical. And so what do? We have somebody who's not a whole bunch like the rest of us. Eric is very tall, I'm not. And so there are, he has brown hair, brown eyes. We have blue eyes, blonde hair, so to speak.
At one time, blonde
At
hair.
one time. But you know what, though? So what we did was we looked for ways to bring Eric into what we're doing. And so I remember one time when we were in Yakima, Eric loved to cross-country ski. So Mike and the boys would go to a country club, and they'd cross-country ski. I remember one time we all went cross-country skiing, and I fell down, and I said, come over here and get me up. And he says, Eric said, there's an easy way to teach how to, it's easy for you to figure out how to get up. And I said, just come and get me up. And he says, but Mom. So he was going to tell me the step by step, and I said, just get me up. He loves to read, so we would read. He loves to play puzzles. We would do puzzles together. He is a great runner. He had wonderful form for doing cross country. So, we just incorporated those things, into what we're doing. We love to play games. Eric loves to play games.
And some of the stuff that we did, we have never done before. And we had a ball. We learned stuff that, he was talking about the black hole stuff long before this ever came up. And I asked him one day, we were driving along, and I said, Eric, how'd you ever hear about that? Well, it's on page such and such of this book, blah, 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 and he began to describe it. I had no clue what he was talking about, but it was so interesting. We've gone into worlds that we've never been in before. And we treat the boys very much equally. They're so different, and yet we love them the same, both of them the same. Great kids.
And, well, like what Mike was saying, Eric is a Trekkie. Big time. Well, I had to figure out the difference between Star Wars and Star Trek, because that's not where I go. But Mike loves it.
Every time a new Star Trek came out, movie, we had to go to it. And we'd be standing in line. He said, Dad, do you remember chapter 32 of blah, blah, blah? And I says, Eric, I have no clue what you're talking about. But you went with me to that part of it. And I says, well, maybe I did, but I sure don't remember. But we've gone to all those Star Treks and all the Star Wars stuff.
So we just figure out what he likes, and then we just join with him.
Yeah.
And you do love your child. And again, I'll say the Lord put Eric in our home. He gave us a second son, and we did name him Eric Jonathan. The name Jonathan means a gift from God. And we do feel that Eric has been a gift, although at times it's been a rough gift. He is a gift from the Lord, because Eric has taught us an awful lot that we wouldn't have learned otherwise.
Yeah. Or met people we've met.
Oh my goodness, no.
Years.